Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Morning Coffee. I got my coffee locked and loaded, ready to go, because we are going to talk about Bitcoin ETF. It's finally there, and obviously, what is happening next? What is coming up next? We are going to talk about altcoins. We are going to talk about Ecomi and VeVe, because there is some things to say about what I said in a last stream, and there are a couple of other things to look, and also about the Ecomi chart and price action that is not looking as good. But we are going to go one by one from Bitcoin down to the NFTs as always, and right after the intro. Good, welcome to the stream. How are you doing, guys? It's finally there. We are finally there. It is the day where boomers can now finally buy Bitcoin. It is the day where old multimillionaires and even billionaires can go to their asset managers and say, yo, give me some of that Bitcoin to hodl because it's crushing all my other investments. It is that time. We have been waiting a long time. You remember that we have talked about the quad factor, so now we have stage 1 fired up. That is definitely happening. Guys, we are excited. The price doesn't reflect it yet, but we are excited, and make sure to smash up the like button if you are excited, and also to help this channel to grow, to have this stream go out to more and more people. If you want to support me in a non-free way, then you can either use the super thanks or become a channel member here like all the others. Thank you so much to my rare hodlers here everywhere around me. And with that, let's jump right in. Let's not waste too much time. So Bitcoin, let's get to Bitcoin. Bitcoin did not really react anymore to this after the whole why am I up there? My face needs to be up down here, so that's better. Why didn't it react? Why didn't Bitcoin react to it? Because, I mean, technically we were ramping up with more and more confidence gradually to it, so it gradually got priced in over the last year. There were so many iterations and asset managers sitting down with the SEC that that basically, now that it was approved, there were some massive sells. So people tried to sell the news. That also didn't happen here, especially when the news really broke. This was the I think here the news broke here, I think, at 10 p.m. the news broke, and then there were some tentatives to sell the news. Overall, we are slightly red. We continue as nothing really had happened, but we did retest here beautifully on this structure from before. So technically, there's no reason why we shouldn't go up and more, but there is big overhead resistance, right? And let's talk about it a little bit more. If we go to the SEC website, there is the official statement. It looks a bit weird. That there's the official statement from Gary Gensler, and it has not been taken down. It was not a hack, and it is finally there. It explains everything, and somewhere they say, I have to look it up, endorse. Where is it? Yeah, here. This is how you make the most bearish statement in history into an ETF approval. While we approved the listing and trading of certain spot Bitcoin ETP shares today, we did not approve or endorse Bitcoin. So let's FUD it right away, right? So obviously they have to say this because the intention of Bitcoin is to give more power to the people, right? So to give financial power to the people, and that is definitely not the intention of them. So yeah, let's see who is here in the chat. So we had SmartyPants 187, exciting times, ETFs approved and ETH pumping too. And then G Money says GM Omi homies. Good morning, G Money, bringing us the coffee, the Omis, and Sleepy Rocket. And JH is here. Shout out from New York City. Oh, New York City. It's late for you today, but I don't know if you're drinking coffee, but I'm glad that you're here hanging out with us, definitely. Oh, we have 15 people here, so make sure to smash up the like button. Let's get those numbers up. Really good stuff. Scotty is also here, Scotty UK, so probably tuning in from the UK, right? Do you think Omi is dead now? I don't think it is dead, but I think it has definitely not that going for it what it needs to have, and it is at a critical point at the moment where probably many people will abandon it if it loses certain levels. Luke is here. Good morning, Luke. How are you doing? And Season 3 OG says Blur is about to break out soon, just saying. Yeah, Blur is a coin to watch, a coin to have, in my opinion, as well. I 100% agree. And yes, but there are so many good coins that I need to be careful that I do not have too much of a portfolio that I cannot control and research anymore. So I'm trying to stick with what I have. I already have some Blur, so yeah, I'll probably get more of that, but I will look into it. There are so many things that I want to have. So the statement is out, and not without making fun of Gensler. So you see here someone made a chat how it could have looked like, right? Hey, Elon, been a while, how are you doing? Well, if it is my favorite regulator. Yeah, about that, I think Twitter got hacked. That wasn't us. X. What? It's called X now. Alright, yes, apologies. Well, I think X got hacked, and X did not get hacked, Gary. Did you forget to enable 2FA? 2FA, is that like an NFT? And so on. So everyone is making fun of Gary Gensler being hacked, right? On that. Oh no, shit, we got hacked. Why? Wait, why are you thanking me? Because I haven't laughed like this in ages. Okay. Would you like me to restore access to your account? Yes, please, as soon as possible. Who's a bad regulator? What? Elon, this is serious. Okay, I will start. Yeah, it's almost over. Who's a bad regulator, Gary? I mean, I can imagine that it's there or thereabout, right? I mean, whoever did this is absolutely awesome. But enough with the fun. So, what is next? Obviously, this is next, right? Someone said it here, ETH is pumping. Oh yeah, that was SmartyPants. And it didn't even take more than 50 minutes for people to start tagging Gary when they will approve the Ethereum ETF things, because this is the next deadline the next deadlines that it's coming up, right? So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at the moment, 7 applications for spot Ethereum ETFs, and I don't know how it will work this time, if the SEC will find grounds to deny it right away, or if they will also do the delay game. But all of the usual suspects have filed for those Ethereum ETFs, and Vanek, here you see, right, Vanek and ARK invest, and Hashtags and Grayscale, Invesco iShares, which is BlackRock, Fidelity, they all filed for this. Exchanges CBOE again, Nasdaq, NYSE, so nothing to. And then there is obviously our main winner. So this is something important. Coinbase, not these asset managers. Coinbase is the true and silent winner of these ETFs, right? Coinbase is listed after almost every ETF as a custodian, right? They will benefit greatly from that. from that whole thing, and they're just like, they want so big in this war. Like, they got basically, Binance got kicked out from the US and Coinbase took over everything, and now Coinbase is the sole custodian for all of the of these ETFs, right? So for the Bitcoin ETFs as well as for the potential Ethereum ETFs. So even here, here's one not named, and here's one named as Gemini, and then Fidelity again here for the Fidelity Ethereum fund. Okay. So what do we have? We have some deadlines here, which is the 21st and 25th of January, more there or thereabout, and then there are deadlines in May, June, August, July and August behind the chat here. So you see it here, right? So we have to observe this also, but the chances are actually quite good that they also get the Ethereum ETF approved, because there is already an Ethereum futures ETF. And this only the speculation will drive Ethereum like crazy. And if Ethereum goes crazy, that will have the altcoins have going crazy. So I expect this to also fall in line with where it should be in terms of cycles. And by the way, for everyone that is here, there's a big video coming out for today from me, where it's more about the altcoin season. So don't miss that one. Make sure to tick the little bell here to get notified when this is coming out, right? Let's see. Sven is here. GM, join WebV live Sunday. Osman collects at 9:30 CET on X. Why? Who is that? What do I have to do there? Vechain is doing good. Yeah, Vechain is doing really good, and they have a lot of nice things lined up. They are absolutely in the narrative with their ESG compatible, like their green story and so on. So yeah, Vechain is doing absolutely great. But let me know, why do I have to join this? Anyways, so this is important here. This is from Yahoo Finance, and I want to, so it is an article here, spot ETF approval widely expected, so it wasn't even out, but what is important here is the last paragraph. Stephen McClurg, the chief investment officer of Valkyrie, told ETF.com on Tuesday he expects the funds to be approved Wednesday and begin trading Thursday. So this guy was right on this, right? So today they start trading. About a dozen ETF, it's 11, ETFs are poised to launch, including ones from traditional Wall Street players such as BlackRock and Fidelity. McClurg said Tuesday he expects about $2 to $4 billion flow into the newly launched ETFs this week upon launch. So actually they expected this other people expected this even in the first day. Now it's important here because I tweeted this on X, and I posted this on X, or I X'd it on X, right? I X'd it on X, and I said, 4 billion, that is a big deal, and if it gets exceeded, it will pump the price. And then I was like, patient hodler, but 4 billion on a, I don't know how many, $800 billion market cap is not going to move the needle. It's a drop in the water bucket, and so on. It's like, it's not about the 4 billion to move the needle. It's about if in the first days the inflow into these ETFs is already 2, 4 or whatever billions, people can imagine how the future looks like for this, right? So 4 billion in the first day can tell you that within 100 days you can expect several hundred billion, and that moves the needle. And also the excitement of this expectation will make people to buy on the exchanges. People are really in the negative bias still. You have to see this. There are so many people on Twitter still that are like, with everything that is coming out there, but yeah, this is not going to do anything for the project, or this is not going to do it. It doesn't matter. The narrative will slowly but surely change, right? And what we have here is boomer mass adoption of Bitcoin. Yeah, through ETFs. Yeah, they do it via a custodian. Yeah, my grandmother also brings her money to the bank. It's natural. If there was a tool for the 80 plus years to buy Bitcoin, like it is, if they are still very modern in their head, right? Then they use ETFs. But if there was a tool that somehow the banks were like, okay, hey, do you want to have a little bit of Bitcoin? Yeah, then they would do it as well, right? So yeah, they just don't want to get their hopes up. But what does it tell us? What does it tell us if these people don't want to get their hopes up? That means they are still in disbelief. And that means we are still between disbelief and hope in the Wall Street cheat sheet cycle of market psychology, right? So let's see, Wall Street cheat sheet cycle here. This thing here, right? If I click this, I hope yeah, okay. I come to a normal. So you see here, I mean, someone crossed exactly this or marked exactly this phase where we are. So yeah, does this price pattern even look familiar? So this is where we are, right? A recovery is possible. This rally is real, somewhere in between, right? We are somewhere in this pre-bull. This is exactly what it shows us. Season 3 OG faced it absolutely correctly with the word hope. Yeah, this is, and some people are still stuck in the disbelief. Yeah, crypto savvy, for example, it's like, oh yeah, but it's going to new lows. I'm still on the sidelines with still waiting for sub 10,000 Bitcoin. Right. Well, good luck with that. Right. It's not going to happen. We said it a long time on this channel. The bottom was in on November. We called the bottom in on January here on this channel. So yes, I did not nail the bottom, surprise, but I was pretty close compared to other people, right? But nonetheless, it's not about bragging about this. It's about understanding together and being on this journey together to nail this thing here, and when this euphoria kicks in, to take our profits and be the ones that are not left with our dick in our hands, right? So yeah, that's what it is all about. Okay, I want to show you something because everyone, like we have seen, for example, the Vanek guy and one other that are going to donate fees towards Bitcoin development because they really want to support development on Bitcoin to make Bitcoin an asset that is worth, and also they want to probably polish their reputation in the Web3 space and so on. Vanek and I don't know which one was the other. But there is also Jamie Demon. Sorry, did I say that? And I just have to figure out where to put the chat there, and then I think this works perfectly. So let's look at this video together here, because I want to really have you understand how these people are playing the market, right? Wow, now the position is really great, but doesn't matter. Let's start here. Okay, so let's listen to this together. It's only 30 seconds. Be right back.
Also, new regulation coming on Bitcoin, and you famously said recently that you would shut it down if you were in government. Can you give us more?
1 second. Did you hear this, or is there no sound? I don't have sound. Let me just quickly check here my sound. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Okay, let's do it again. Let's go again. Sorry for that.
Regulation coming on Bitcoin, and you famously said recently that you would shut it down if you were in government. Can you give us more clarity on that?
Yeah, what I was also pointing out is that the actual use cases are sex trafficking, tax avoidance, anti-money laundering, terrorism financing. It's not people just buying and selling Bitcoin. There's no value to if you're buying and selling Bitcoin.
A lot there from Jamie Dimon.
Yeah, so there we go, right? Okay. Yeah, great that you heard it. So yeah, this is Jamie Dimon, right? JP Morgan, and they are they basically. So here's the thing: they go on TV on camera and telling retail one thing, like right before they try to FUD people out of Bitcoin. At the same time, they are setting up instruments to make money with Bitcoin, right? So that is something that we have to see. So they're like, oh, if I was in government, I would shut it down. But on the other hand, it's like, okay, let's have ETFs and capitalize on it, right? There's no one, and this is the important message. There's no one in government, in these asset managers and banks that is interested in your financial freedom, in your gains, in the liberty of financial flows, whatever, right? No one is interested in that. No one, but yourself, right? So you have to take care for yourself, and you cannot listen to these people, because these people say one thing to the one side and then they do the opposite, right? So that is important to realize in this space, and really there are very, very little people that really give a shit about you and your finances and your financial freedom. You have to realize that there's no one to save you. You cannot be in the victim mentality and say, oh, but the politics, they have to take care that they give me money. No, you have to act for yourself. You have to try to do it on your own. Yeah, there is a community to support each other on the mutual endeavor, which is right here in the crypto community. That's the only thing that we have, right? So so much for, to this one. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of which, I think I said everything. More doesn't have to be said. And now we are in that phase where Elon Musk is also helping Bitcoin out. Elon Musk says he's open to the idea of using Bitcoin on X. Go for it. We want to see it. We want to see a Bitcoin transaction directly on X, right? By the way, do you guys remember when Elon Musk said that he would make it possible that you can directly buy and sell NFTs on X? I still don't know if this is really, if this is only blah blah or if it will come, but that would be a fine thing for the next altcoin, Bitcoin, NFT season, whatever, right? If he actually implements some part of the crypto world, Web3 world into X, that would be great. So let's look at the market quickly again from a broader perspective. So we're really uncertain right now about the direction. We know that we have a big overhead resistance for Bitcoin. If we go to the weekly, we can still see that we are oversold. Yeah, it looks a little bit weird, but here we are. Maybe we can even take the lines off for a second. So, I mean, we have done pretty good, right? Can I measure this without the lines coming up again? So from the bottom to where we are right now, or to the maximum peak, that was a 206% move. That's a 3x. Bitcoin 3x'd. This is up only, almost up only, since more than a year right now. Or is it since more than a year? Not really. It's since, it is since more than a year, obviously. And bottom was November 22. Up on like 3x on Bitcoin. Nice, right? And also, Bitcoin outperformed vastly all other altcoins. Not individually looking, if there are altcoins that did way better than Bitcoin, right? Altcoins that 10, 20, 50x'd. I don't know if there are any that did, bonk or so, like from the inception, but there are altcoins, particular altcoins, but overall, the altcoin market did not outperform Bitcoin. Otherwise, Bitcoin dominance would not go up still. Meaning also, you could have just been riding Bitcoin only, and at some point in the future, end of this year, you could just take Bitcoin profits and roll it into altcoins, MVE says good morning. Conquer says good morning. What are we conquering today? So yeah, that is it. So keep in mind that we are severely overbought on Bitcoin. Yeah, and if you see it on the RSI, that happens. And you see, we have been in this previous bull market. So let me make this smaller again. But in the previous bull market, we have been basically all the time overbought, right? You see this here, here and here and here and here and here. So we have only been in this overbought territory until the top for almost, what was that? In a high RSI so this is until here, 588 days of almost overbought, right? So that in itself is not only an indicator. You cannot take only the RSI and say, hey, look, we have been overbought until the bear market started, basically. So you cannot take this. Yeah, Solana is going, so that's actually what we're going to check. So let's check ETH first. ETH against US dollar. So here we see it, right? So we have also some price targets here on Ethereum out of the long bear market and accumulation zone. We have moved quite significantly since we looked at it the last time. So we have talked about this breakout and so on. So since then, Ethereum made a nice 28% since the breakout, right? But we have been talking about Ethereum obviously before. Ethereum is not yet even in the complete overbought zone, so I think there is room to the 3000. Ethereum is moving, and maybe that is the overlap phase between Bitcoin and Ethereum season, where both are moving quite good. I'm not saying more. The video that is coming out today will explain it all. But yeah, that is interesting. So let's look at Solana as well, as Season 3 OG mentioned it. For Solana, I think we do not have done any charting yet. Okay, that is a little bit not enough of history, I think. I want to have a little bit of is it already? Yeah, on Coinbase we have a little bit more. I think that is enough. Yeah, so Solana is already on a tear, right? And yeah, so we had this kind of an ascending triangle or so, right? Okay, and then we kind of broke out. Okay. I think we already met a potential price target on this. So actually on a non-logarithmic scale, yeah, okay, we're way beyond that. Solana is, I think so technically, I mean, there could be like Elliott waves or so, that this was only one retracement wave and you have like something, where is it? Elliott impulse, right? You could have like something like this. You go down here, and then you have a big wave 3. Wave 3, usually the longest, never the shortest, and then a steep retracement, and then I don't know, blow off top or so. I don't know. This could happen like this. I don't know, but. Solana is a very big market cap. Yeah, don't forget that. It's not like the usual small altcoin, and this was heavily manipulated to even get to this. That would be, and this just to say, to getting back to all-time highs is only 160% move from where we are, not from the top where it was, from where we are right now. So if you are going into Solana at the moment, and you say, oh yeah, it could go back to all-time high, that's only 2.6x on your investment if it goes back to all-time high and you nail to sell it there. Yeah, obviously it could go higher, it could go exceeding the all-time high, but I think a more realistic, just from a creative pattern or so, a more realistic one would be a little bit of a steeper retracement, and then I don't know, more impulse. But it's very early. It's not altcoin season yet. Also, I will explain this. It's not. We are not even close to altcoin season. We are not even at the halving, guys. There is more pain ahead, I believe. Between now and the halving, there's not really something for Bitcoin and so on. So now that we have these Bitcoin ETFs, I think there could be more of a sell-off coming. There could be more of a cool-off of indicators coming to prepare us for the halving effect and the real boom, we are still in pre-bull, basically, right? In my opinion. So yes, could Solana turn around and going? Yes, but it could also, in my opinion, just form a nice base and then go again, right? So I'm not quite sure. Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know what you think. Yeah, so that said, let's quickly look at how altcoins in general are doing. So altcoins are already catching up again, showing signs of strength, but they are more or less at the same level as before, and some altcoins did not move at all, right? So Season 3G says seasons don't matter, halving doesn't matter, just watch it. I disagree a little bit on this, but I agree with you. I know where you're coming from. So what I want to argue this a little bit. So if you're looking at it from a single chart perspective and technical analysis, then yes, it doesn't matter. And there were always coins that did not go with the seasons. So Chainlink, for example, was a sole runner in the last pre-bull. Basically, even in the bear market already started running, and nothing else ran, right? That is true. But overall, I think it matters. The money flow matters. And in my opinion, it's Bitcoin time. Doesn't mean that altcoins cannot do a double, or a triple or so. Doesn't mean. But I think the real altcoin season looks not like this, right? So Bitcoin dominance, right? So we have a little bit of a drop-off in Bitcoin dominance, where some profits at this overhead resistance are flowing into altcoins. Yes, sure, we have it. But this is a trend, right? This is a trend. It's up. The direction is up. Bitcoin is gaining dominance until proven otherwise. Bitcoin is gaining dominance over the entire market, meaning it is Bitcoin season, not altcoin season. This here is Bitcoin's dominance over the market got completely wrecked, right? So here, why does this not work from one moment to the other? Let me refresh this. Okay, there we go. So Bitcoin here, Bitcoin dominance got wrecked here, and that was big altcoin season. It looks like this. This is how the altcoin season looks like. And I know what you mean. Solana can run, and still Bitcoin is gaining more and more of the market. But overall, I think the tendency is for Bitcoin on and through the halving to go until, I don't know, maybe 60%, who knows, and then go sideways like we had it here before. Yeah. So it ran. It got wrecked, it ran, right? So, and then at some point, probably it's going to get wrecked, and I hope that we are losing this eternal support, because then we get the biggest altcoin season ever. Oh, you cannot see it. Then we get the biggest altcoin season ever, if this happens, right? So this is something that we're looking out for. But yeah. Crypto Cash says stop saying this. So stop saying what? I say what I want, but yeah, what do you mean? I love golf says Omi is stuffed, unfortunately. Yeah, we're coming to Omi in a second, but keep that in mind. So for the altcoins, we have a big overhead resistance here. So there's a this is the altcoin. The others chart is the altcoin market without the top 5 or even without the top 10, I think. So if you see here, there is a ton of confluence here, previous bull market support, then here, and now we had hit our head here. I think altcoins will work their way on this overhead resistance and go ballistic once they break this. This is my opinion on this chart. It has a lot of similarities, if I can go into the logarithmic again. It has a lot of similarities to the previous one, which is why we took basically this performance here out and said we are more likely than not we are here after the break of this triangle. And yeah, so far, if you put an overlay on this, so far we kind of doing exactly what was there. We will see how this plays out. We are going to lay this always on the same point, and we are going to see how it works, right? But that would mean, if it works also in the same timely manner and so on, this would mean that we have until another 150 days until we break out, which would really good align with post-halving price action, right? It would not be too shabby. We would be moving sideways and losing a little bit and going. So the halving would be somewhere here, where we are still under it. And then Bitcoin would fly off, and then we would have it like a month or so later, altcoins would start to move up, right? And break this resistance. Something like that, right? I mean, I wouldn't be unhappy if we are going like this, right? And then I was so wrong, right? No, I wouldn't be unhappy with that. I would only be unhappy if it looks like this, right? Then I would be really wrong with this. But yeah, okay. So let's talk about Ecomi as well, because you guys are interested in our favorite shitcoin. I want to show something to you in this chart, which I'm a bit concerned about. Let's go into the logarithmic and let's go into the daily, because otherwise we cannot even see it. And that is this, right? So we talked about this trend line. Hey, look, in general, the trend is up and so on. And this daily candle still has 16 hours to go, but the previous one closed. I'm really zooming in big time. The previous one closed without me readjusting this exactly on this trend line, right? This candle is under the trend line. We had a candle close here a little bit under it, no doubt, but immediately afterwards we pumped up and had some good price action. So what we don't want to see is we don't want to see this close significantly under and then bearishly retesting this or something like that. That's what we do not want to see. If we see that, we basically lost the trend, right? Then we basically lost the trend. And then I think a lot of people will get really, really wrecked, because then we will see some pretty massive downside. And the question is, where will it stop then, right? So yeah, not looking too good for Ecomi, and the reason for that is obviously that our community manager hasn't really said anything in the past 10 days or so since the soft staking started. Yeah, I mean, we can check here, Ecomi channel. Ecomi, did they post something? Last post, January the 4th. And that's exactly, I criticized this already a couple of days ago. Why the fuck don't you just post something? It doesn't matter what, right? You can even post, look, the digital collectible space is evolving, Web3 is a big part of it, I don't know, just ramble a little bit over this, but just post something. Because we all know, I hope Season 3 OG you agree with me, that when I say, if you are researching some coins, altcoins, you are looking at how's the following? Okay, the following looks pretty good, right? So let's say we don't know about Ecomi yet. Have they posted? So their pinned tweet is from last year, and they have posted the last time January the 4th and then January 1st. So they have 2 posts this year. Not too good of a look, right? I mean, they're still probably active, but they are not posting every day, not interacting with their community. Whereas if you look at Vechain, for example, whereas if you look at Vechain, you're like, okay, pin tweet from last year. Oh, UFC partnership looks pretty great, right? And then they have a retweet of their community member. This is also something they could do, right? A community member writes something interesting about them. You retweet that, and then you have another retweet there from the same day. And 9 hours ago, they were, the era of blockchain mass adoption has arrived with for example, why not react to the Bitcoin? There's nothing against reacting to the Bitcoin spot ETF approval for the Ecomi channel, right? Why don't you just react like Vechain does? SEC Gov news statement, they would retweet the official SEC, would even give some confidence, right? And then 12 hours ago, Better Holiday, winner announced, they made a giveaway. Do a giveaway, do a fucking giveaway. Give away 1 million OMI to someone, right? So here are a couple of ideas that you just have to look at one altcoin that does well and look what they are doing and copy that, right? They are retweeting something good from the space, yeah. And then here 17 hours ago, demand here. This is even collectibles, yeah. This is about fake collectible cards also, right? Then new video alert. Their CEO appeared in a new video. So CEO appears on the YouTube channel, then why the fuck don't you just share the video if your CEO is there? Hey, in case you missed it, the last time that davidyu was on a specific talk, here is the video. Check for yourself, see what he says. You would have so much to post about. And this is what I don't understand. It is as if they are intentionally do not want to work with that token anymore, right? That is what is so crazy. Yeah. Okay. So I could go on here and just analyze. This is all from the last 24 hours of Vechain, right? So whoever is running the Vechain Twitter is doing an amazing job, because you always constantly, as a community, you have engagement, you can do stuff, right? You can have giveaways, you can learn about Vechain. They have 500,000, almost 600,000 followers because of that, not the other way around, because they are actively, constantly, they are getting followers and people are interested in the project. Yeah. So, and this is what frustrates me, because also we are here every day, content creators, right? Looking at Ecomi, talking about the future, talking about OMI utility program, reading out the articles. We are doing the work that they should have been done in the first place, right? They should give us us content creators groundwork to talk about Ecomi. And if there's nothing to talk about, then why the heck should we do that even? Yeah, you have to be. I said it before around the Ecomiverse. I don't know if you saw this, but I said, if you are an OMI content creator at the moment, you're fucked, right? You have to pull things out of your ass, because they don't give you the basis to talk about constantly. Your own content creators are moving away to other altcoins because there's nothing to talk about, and the only thing that people are getting is the distress and the hate from the community for trying to put something together for Ecomi. Yeah. So yeah, facts. Yeah, thank you. G Money says you're right. Silly Billy Ecomi. I honestly think they wrecked so many people with failed promises and delivery. No, they don't want to say anything. But that's the wrong move. You have to say it to make people forget and to make people to come back and interact with you. You have to say, you have to ignore, you have to close your eyes and just go through it, and then you will, because otherwise people will declare next stage is that they don't care anymore. People getting mad is a good sign, because that means they still care, but people go silent means they don't care anymore. And that's the worst thing that you can have, that the community that you build abandons you. Look at how many content creators have moved on from Omi either have stopped their channels altogether or have moved on, right? So yes, and also for me, right? I mean, I started my channel talking about Ecomi and VeVe only. And I made entire live streams where we only talked about this. Now I'm like, look, the price went down 2%. Wow, big news, right? Lost the trend line. Great, awesome. I'm really excited to do live streams the entire day on this. Not, right? So yeah, that's basically it. Okay, let's talk about one thing that is positive about Crypto XR in Auxerre. By the way, I booked a hotel in Auxerre, and 2 days after, when I already had the confirmation and everything, the hotel wrote to me, look, there was a mistake on booking.com. Unfortunately, we don't have the room that you just booked 2 days ago. And basically they made me cancel it. So I'm still looking for the next best hotel. If someone is here coincidentally knowing about Auxerre, please shill me your best hotel. I want to go to a good one. Yeah, other than that, this is about the Crypto XR event. So I've been rambling about this last stream as well, but here we are. So since a lot of people are, this is from VeveMeister, please follow him. He has very good content on X. Since a lot of people are apparently still not aware, please like and repost. It would really be sad for someone to miss out on the first European VeVe event. davidyu and some VeVe employees are confirmed. Daniel Crothers is 95% confirmed. So means maybe 5% not, right? VeVe stand there is confirmed. A VeVe party is apparently confirmed. VeVe fam worldwide is coming to the event. And then we also see here, if you have questions, Fanny Carbonell and Team VeVe Dream Vision will help. So get in touch with them if you need. 26th, 27th of January in Auxerre. And yeah, there is the link. So good stuff here from VeveMeister to bring this out. The big problem that I have with this is that I really don't know if there is the speaker slot or not. They also, why not post about this? Like, look, like make another post. Look, it's only X days until we are on Crypto XR, right? The Ecomi founder is on XR talking about VeVe. You still don't have to say, hey, he's going to talk about Ecomi, right? So why not use this? There's so many missed chances. Like, yeah. No, New Tactics says I go to Ibis budget. Yeah, I'm thinking about going there as well. Maybe. I will see. I'm traveling with my girlfriend, so I wanted to have her enjoy a nice French hotel, right? Yeah, they sleep. They're definitely sleeping. I mean that's yeah, it's borderline reckless, right? Yeah, but that's basically it. So a lot of frustration. Let's go to VeVe. Let's see, is there anything that can make us more happy? Another comic coming out, stuff from the builders in the community, another Tarzan that no one wants. And this is coming Sunday. I think this is the best thing at the moment. We didn't look at the numbers here. We could, how's that? Yeah, we could do that quickly. So I think this is actually an example of something good. It's 20 gems. It's very scarce compared, right? It's pretty scarce. Only 1.3k for the rare, and then 1k on the ultra rare, and only 555 for the secret rare. I think that's good edition numbers for the drop, and also a fine price. I think because this is actually the first character that is apparently singing, and it's I might go for it, right? they don't know how to Web 2, but they're trolling in they are rolling in Web 3. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's they also need people that know how to Web 3, so they can just skip Web 2, right? But yeah, so that drop right there is, I think, the only good thing out of the last days. Also, I mean, is there even a visual for the bronze tickets, or did they just make all the let's say moon boys just accept another 3 months without anything? Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. So if you have questions for David and Dan and the others that are coming there, and you are not able to go to Crypto XR, make sure to drop them in under this or any other video here. If you have questions, drop them. And hey, have a great workday in new tactics. I thank you for being here. So if you have questions, drop them there. I will take a list of questions with me and try to solve as much as I can in direct dialogue with them. I want to learn as much that I can somehow give you as an insight. I want to hopefully I can somehow get as much info out of them as possible, that I can share it with you. I don't know if there will be live streams that I can make from there. I don't know how the internet connection will be. I have no idea. But I will try to make some content there as well. This whole Crypto XR thing has been bizarre. It's like they don't want anyone to know they'll be there, and they don't want anybody to show up. No communique from Ecomi, VeVe. It's strange. Yes, I agree with this assessment, Mark. It is super strange the way that they're communicating, and everyone's like, oh yeah, that's because of the SEC. Come on, what the fuck, right? I disagree 100% with this assessment. You're not going to go on the radar of the SEC if you tell your community that you're going to be there and talk a little bit about both VeVe and Ecomi, right? So yeah, something super weird is going on. I have no idea what it is, but yeah, it's concerning. It's concerning. Okay, so guys, make sure to smash up the like button one more time, please. We have 25 people here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Subscribe to the channel, tick the little bell, and if you want, you become a channel member and get into our Telegram group. I would appreciate that as well. More stuff is coming. Oh, by the way, before I forget it, I will chill it more times. Next week on Tuesday, I will have Ron's Crypto Therapy here for some real talk and charts and altcoins and small caps and whatnot on my channel. I'm super excited since I saw Ron talking several times on different streams. I'm super excited to have Ron's Crypto Therapy here on this channel and do the talk with him. This is going to be good. And yeah, so next Tuesday this will be. I will still announce the time. But yeah, other than that, guys, wherever you are on the world, have a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon. And I see you at tomorrow's Crypto Morning Coffee and in the video that is coming out later